Happy Tuesday, everyone. Time for the weekly update. Supposed to be some rain today, so I'm hoping to get this in before it comes down. And as always, we will start over in the front bed. Weeds are starting to make a comeback. What I thought had been the pepper volunteers turned out to just be this stupid grass. So that was really disappointing. Bell peppers look the same. Some of the older leaves look yellower, so it does starting to get some new leaves. The eggplant, while they are getting some flea beetle damage, not nearly as much as what is in the back. Even though I can see about 3 of them on this one. The volunteer tomatoes were the volunteer tomatoes. It's not exactly super hot out yet, so we are not getting a ton of growth. And I'm sure once it warms up, I'll start getting those volunteer pepper plants I've been expecting. There's a hole. Something made a home in this front bed. So, need to get out here and weed again and get the mulch up. Hoping to do that in the next week or two. It's about 60 degrees this morning. It's not exactly warm out, but at least winter's over. Weeds are coming back strong here. Really need to fix that up. Raspberries. Doing very well here. Getting pollinated by Mr. B. One of the first flowering plants I have, so that and the clover in the backyard and the grass. But lots and lots and lots of raspberries. Should be a really good harvest this year if I can avoid any pest damage. Still nothing here. One of the asparagus has already gone to flower. I'm breaking out anyway. Did have a couple others come up, but I don't know if something's eating it or what, but they're pretty much gone. Looks like I got some here. Well, you see how skinny they are. That's probably because I put no food here. And asparagus, they're big eaters, but I don't feed them. This isn't exactly the best growing conditions for asparagus. Someday when I have time, I'll fix it up. I did a little more work over in this section here. This is actually kind of the best looking section right now. A lot of the cool weather crops, the garlic, the turnips, onions, potatoes, carrots, beets, lettuce, all that can grow in cold weather. Get them out super early. As always, the turnips are doing great. I don't really see a lot of bulbing up. I'm sure I got these planted together too close, but just can't resist. I should probably take that middle one out there and eat it. Yeah, they're doing well as always. The green onion stopped producing flowers, so hopefully I'll be able to eat more of those. Potatoes are doing great. I have a feeling that there's probably already potatoes under there. In fact, there's a flower. Getting ready to start there. Not sure if I'm supposed to pick those or not, but I'll let it go. Usually makes a pretty purple flower. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of red potatoes. They grow so well here. And the carrots. The carrots that are growing are doing really well. I have not thinned them, which I'm sure will cause issues. I need to get in there and thin some of them out. But also, I don't like the long spots with no carrots growing, so not sure if I'll put more seeds in or not. This section here had been the radishes. Got rid of all those. See them right over there. Just need to fix those up. This is a wild onion. I did put the rabbit cage over most of the beets, and for some reason they're not eating the ones outside the cage anymore, so that's nice. The lettuce, I don't know if you can see it in there, starting to ball up some, which is pretty cool. That one too. That's all volunteer lettuce. Didn't plant any of that this year. And spinach. Really nice looking spinach. Again, I would have liked more germination with the beets, but we're not a huge beet family, so I'm sure that'll be plenty. Let's see. Ooh, there's a rabbit right there. He better not be behind that. Is he behind that? How did he get in there? Little... Okay, that's not good. That's where all my beans are. So I'm going to need to really get that fixed up there. Anyway, I do have a zucchini I planted over here. Hopefully it's not too early. Those grow fast, so if I have to replant it, so be it. Kale's looking good. Rabbit, I should probably let him eat that because I don't really need this much kale. Down there is a scarlet runner bean, which something ate. I'm sure it was that rabbit. So I got it behind the netting. I have a couple habaneros over here. Got one there and one there. Very early. Needed to start those early, just never got around to it. And then the tiny pumpkins, which I can't wait to see them growing up the lattice. Doing very well. Very happy with that. Sometimes I wish my yard was bigger because, as you can see, I use the grass for mulch. And clearly I don't put weed eater down, so I can use it for mulch, which sometimes I don't like. I'd like to have a nicer yard, but then again, God meant for there to be weeds, there should be weeds. Okay, this guy here, and this guy here, and this guy here, and this guy here. They are mystery melons. I have melon seeds in my house. Planted them, they sprouted, they're going to grow here. Honeydew, cantaloupe, any other melon that we've bought over the years, I don't know, but it'll be fun to see that. Given up on the ones that didn't sprouted as far as the beans go, so I'm going to get some more planted out here. And something is really eating the leaves of these things, but at least it's not killing them. I need to get rid of this. I don't know how to get rid of this thing. It comes back constantly. I cut it back, cut it back, cut it back, and it just keeps coming back. And some weeds piling up in there. I'm going to take this netting down and weed, put some more grass back there, put it back together, keep the animals out. That is going to be a problem. That is a tomato. A volunteer tomato, and I don't know that I'll have the heart to rip it out, but I really should. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the Texas Roadhouse cherry tomato. And then over here I also have there, and there, and there, habaneros. So I love my habaneros, love the hot sauce I make with them, so I need to get those going. Okay, the front bed here on the outside first. Nothing here yet. A lot of space here. Don't know what to plant. Could let that volunteer plant go, but I'm not going to. This is a white eggplant here. I need to get that weeded out. Need to get all this weed it out. It's another white eggplant there. And then these guys, the bigger ones, are going to be the Black Beauty eggplant. That much bigger. And I'm hoping these plants are big enough to survive the flea beetles without me having to come out every day and kill the flea beetles. Got a watermelon here. And a watermelon here. And a watermelon here. And then this is a jalapeno. And another watermelon. And then this guy here. And I believe this guy here. Those are zucchini. I got one cucumber. I need to find some more space for some cucumbers. Not really sure where I'm going to go with those. And of course, the maple bush. Interesting little experiment. Let's see how big the trunk is this week. Alright, so there's the trunk. Getting pretty thick. Anyway, I'll just keep cutting that back. I still have done nothing over here. Weeds are starting to take over, but I need to plant something here. Last year I had pumpkins and got a handful out. It's good enough, better than nothing. Alrighty. Pineapples. I don't know if anybody knows anything about growing pineapples. Can you let me know? Is this still alive? Or will it just stay green for a long time anyway? Nothing's growing out of them. There's still a lot of green, so I'm not ready to give up on them. And then backup tomatoes. I'll probably end up using a few of those, giving some away if there's enough good ones. Okay, go behind the netting here. Hopefully nothing's getting in here. I haven't seen any damage, so I'm thinking not. Let's start down on the end here. Kind of make a circle. I got there's a bean right here. Don't know where that came from. Clearly looks like a bean. Okay, this is definitely a bean that I planted. That one, that one, that one, that one. I think these are called black turtle beans. I'm not sure. They didn't all come up, but enough did. I'd imagine I don't need a ton of them. I need to clean this out. Got some milkweed growing. Get that out of here. Got some bok choy. Bok choy volunteer already on the flower. I don't know why those go to flower so fast. And along this fence, these are all shelling peas. I'll just take the pea out of the pod and just eat the pea. They're growing, but they don't get tall. I don't know why they don't get very tall. Very, very leafy. You can eat the leaves. Better when they're small, but I don't understand why they're not growing more. These tomatoes are starting to make a comeback. It's barely supposed to get to 80 degrees for like the next 10 days, so I don't know how much more they're going to grow the next couple weeks. Some more peas. I don't know if I need to thin these out. Can't tell if those are flowers or not, or more leaves, but this would be the first flowers if they start flowering. Kind of looks like flowers. Another tomato plant there. I'm going to get more tomatoes in here. I spaced them out way too far. Some more volunteer pumpkins or squash or something. And more peas. Another tomato. Not doing great. Hey, not many of the cucamelons have come up yet. There's some on the outside, I'll show you in a little bit. This is another bok choy. It's already gone to seed. This is the arugula. Goodness, has that done well. I need to start eating. Is that arugula or is that a weed? I think that's a weed. Hopefully. Okay, so need to have a lot of arugula. Spinach. Spinach isn't doing bad. Some nice, thick, good-looking spinach. And then these snap peas, the ones you eat the whole pea, pod and all. Doing really well. Starting to weigh down the netting. Still no flowers open. And some lettuce. Some lettuce seeds I just threw in here. See what would happen. They're not growing that great. I probably need to build up the nutrition in this dirt too. But every little bit counts, right? I probably start eating some of that soon. Okay, that's what's going on in here. Not great, needs a little work, but not too bad for this time of year. Get that rabbit out of there. Okay, the cucamelons. Here's where they're growing. That's a cucamelon. That is a weed, ivy. That's ivy. Ivy. I believe that's cucamelon. Grass, ivy. More cucamelons. Growing where the weeds grow, so I don't know if I should let them go or wait for some more to come up, but there's another one there. They're all I have for now, so for now they're staying. And there's another one there. So, I have cucamelons again this year. That's almost the end. This is one of my backup seedlings. Cucumbers, zucchini. They're not looking too hot in there. Gave up on the cabbage. I'll just start new ones. Not exactly a head start in there anyway. Okay. Backup eggplant. They're struggling. Sometimes I water them, sometimes I don't, but still alive. I should give them away. I think the other ones are probably safe by now. There's a backup white eggplant. Backup bell peppers. Some of the backup black beauty eggplants. More bell peppers. And backup habaneros. This is the one problem with just throwing a whole habanero in there, is they grow so dense. I should break them up. Very hardy when you transplant them. You could take all these out of the dirt, separate them, replant them. They'll all survive. Might take a few days to get back on their feet, but very hardy plants. Not as hardy as these stupid raspberries that just keep coming back. I don't want raspberries over here anymore, so I'll be ripping those out. Not sure if there's any other mystery volunteer plants other than weeds. We had tomatoes here last year, so I expect some tomatoes. And leave a milkweed there, maybe. So, anyway, that's what I got going on this week. I wouldn't expect a whole lot of growth this week. Next week might be kind of boring with the same thing going on. You know, other than cleaning it up a little bit, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see everyone next week.